Oh, come on.
Luke is looking for a second date update this morning. He went on a date with Audrey, and we are going to help him out. Hey, Luke.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
It's going good. I guess we should ask how it went with Audrey.
Well, I met her through work. I sold her a car. I'm a car salesman, and I was kind of right away taken by her. And I don't usually date customers. I mean, like I have, it's car sales. So like usually somebody comes in and you meet them and then they kind of just go and you don't know if you ever see them again or not. So I have in the past. I don't do it all the time, but this girl, I don't know. She was really awesome. And she buys the car and she leaves. And, I don't know if I'll ever see her again. But a couple of days later, she calls me. And she's got some questions or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I take that as I don't know. Either she really didn't want to just open the manual or she just wanted to ask me a question. But I'm
having trouble pairing my Bluetooth.
Hey, that's a valid thing, Jeff.
That is. Thank God for the folks at Carey Toyota who do that for me right there on the spot before I drive away.
That is a real honest complaint.
Huh.
So I took the opportunity. I was like, hey, do you want to, have lunch sometime? And she's like, I'm available tomorrow.
I could show you over lunch.
I know. How about you bring your car to the
Well, like
Panera?
I said, we did connect, I figured why not?
That's perfect.
Well, listen, when she said I'm available tomorrow, I was like, that's a good sign,
Yeah.
I thought she might be interested in me as well. And so I met her at J. Alexander's. And,
Even better.
I know. Carrot cake.
Well, the place was great.
No, it is. Because,
It
I mean,
is.
it's a sit down. Like, it's not a quick bite. Hey, let's sit down. Let's get comfortable.
Well, yeah, we had already talked a lot, though. That's the thing, like when you're selling somebody a car, there's a lot of time spent together and you talk. And I like to ask questions and get to know my customers. And I like to share so they get to know me, too, so that they feel comfortable making a major life purchase with me,
Well,
sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what a good salesman does, right?
That's why you're so good at what you do. And that's why you get so many dates. I know you say you don't do it a lot, and I believe you, but you've gotten some action, it sounds like.
Well, yeah, we all meet people at work, at the grocery store. So for me, my work, I happen to see a lot of interesting people. So, yeah. Totally.
And you're a charismatic guy.
Oh, thank you.
Well, obviously. Just
I can
based
tell
on
the voice, too. Like the tone. I really feel like you're very fun.
Very disarming, very approachable.
I really appreciate that. You guys should spread the word about me a little bit. So anyway, everything was really good, we were talking on the date and getting to know each other even more, but it was different now. It wasn't the same kind of vibe as when you're trying to sell somebody a car and you're connecting. It was kind of real, and you could tell when it has just two people connecting. And I don't know, I felt real good about everything. And after the date was over, I kind of walked her to her car, her brand new car. I gave her a hug and she thanked me for lunch, and that was it. She drove off. And
you've never heard from her again?
No. I called her a couple times and she never got back to me. I can't think of where it went off the rails.
Can you delve into some of the things you talked about besides the car?
Yeah, just where our backgrounds more, what she does for work and about her family and she likes to travel a lot. She would tell me about trips and I told her about this road trip that I did. Just normal date stuff, getting to know people.
Yeah, and one thing that I imagine you're also very good at is reading people. You can tell when you've hooked someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could tell just by body language if somebody is comfortable. And she was super relaxed, and I felt relaxed. We were both kind of just at ease in this place, being together, talking. It was really cool.
And never heard from her again.
No.
Okay. Then why don't we take a break? We're going to call Audrey and see what she thought of Luke and her lunch date with him and how she likes the car. Coming up next, the second date update continues on Cincinnati's Q102. So Luke met Audrey because he sold her a car. she obviously liked the car and she liked Luke enough to go have lunch with him. I don't know if she really had like legit questions about the car, which is what sparked the post-sale conversation in the first place, or if this was just more of an organic thing, but she kind of ghosted him afterward. And Luke fancies himself a relatively perceptive guy, thought there might be something there. So when she disappeared off the face of the earth, that left him a little confused. And so we're now trying to get to the bottom of it, get Audrey on the phone and figure out what's up. So we're going to go ahead and call her if you're ready. Luke?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, Audrey.
Yeah, this is Audrey. Who's
It's
this?
Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you?
Oh my gosh, are you guys serious?
How's the new car?
How's that brand new
Oh
car?
my god. How do you know that? This is hilarious. It's great. I actually love it. I love it. I just it's a Toyota Highlander. Am I able to say that?
Yeah, you're allowed to say it's a
Sure.
great car.
Okay.
Yeah, my
I love
sister
it.
just
It's
bought
like
a pre-owned one. She loves it.
They are.
Yes.
You used to have one, didn't you, Jen?
I
Back in
had
the
a
day.
Highlander. Yep.
thought
And then
so.
I moved to the RAV4 because the
Oh.
Highlanders got bigger.
Yeah.
And it was a
Yeah.
bigger vehicle that I
My
needed.
mom
so
has
I
one,
went-
too.
Yeah, but I
Right.
loved it. No, it's a great
awesome.
vehicle.
Yeah.
That's great.
This
Do
is
you
my
have
second
any
Highlander.
questions about the car?
Well, I did. I did, and I got them answered.
Okay.
This is my second Highlander, so I didn't have too many questions, but this new one, it really kind of threw me off for a second, so I had a couple questions, yeah.
Okay. And did Luke take good care of you? Did he answer all of your
Yeah.
questions?
Oh, I knew it. Yes, Luke was my sales guy, and yes, he did a great job.
Okay.
I just called him twice, so he's very, very knowledgeable of my Highlander.
Now, it's our understanding that you two had lunch. How did that go?
Well, it was lunch. It was probably the weirdest date I've ever been on.
Ooh.
How so?
Weirdest.
Weird in the sense that you don't normally date people who sell you a car? Weird? Or
No, and that's true. This is my first date of a car salesman, and he's a really nice guy. He was very charming. Like when I bought the car, I was so nervous. I almost brought my dad because I thought it was going to be like this hustler and fast-talking guy, but he was very nice, very charming, fun to talk to. So I was like, yeah, I'll go on a date. No, why not?
Right.
He's handsome. It's hard to explain how it got weird, but should I just? I mean, like
No, we're dying to hear.
Yeah, I wanna know.
Just yeah, go ahead and say.
it's kind of loud in this place where we went.
Right.
So we're sitting there, and he kind of mumbled something like under his breath. I was like, I'm sorry, what? You know, in a polite way. I thought I just couldn't hear him.
Now,
And he
this
got
is during the
snippy.
lunch rush, I imagine, when it can be
It
something
is,
really
yeah,
loud in there.
Yeah. It gets
It was
loud.
so loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I heard that he did say something. He kind of mumbled something. So I said, I'm sorry, what did you say? And he got snippy with me. And I was like, I'm not like being rude. I just couldn't hear you. And he said, I wasn't talking to you.
Ooh.
Who
And
is he
I'm
talking
like,
to?
well, and there was no one else like even remotely close to us. I'm just like, dude, I know you said something. Was it for me? I just kind of let it go.
Uh-huh.
But then he does it again, and the same thing. I'm like, what? Excuse me, what? And he said something like, I wasn't talking to you. Like he kept saying that.
So
okay,
is he?
that's weird.
I mean, I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to assume like if there was something going on. I wasn't sure if he was okay. You know what I mean?
So you don't know if he's seeing people, or maybe he has a diagnosis like Tourette's or something.
Oh.
We talked a lot. Yeah, he didn't mention anything like that, and it's okay if he is. I just need to know if he was talking to me or not.
Right.
It was just it was
But you were
unnerving.
confused, and when you asked him, I'm sorry, what did you say? And he's like, I wasn't talking to you. I could see
It
how
was a
that
whole
would
other person. Yes,
be
It
a
was
little
like
unsettling if there's no explanation that accompanies that.
That
And
yeah.
rude, yeah.
And I couldn't explain it. My job, I work with people that are on the spectrum. I have a couple of friends that have social situations, and I could understand, but he didn't tell me. He just kept mumbling, and I'm saying, what did you say? And he's like, I'm not talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, okay. So, yeah, I have not called that guy back. He's called me a couple times, but I just let it go and let him have space. And
Right.
But he never did any of that when you were buying the car from him?
No, no, he was total professional, like answered all my questions, listened to me, and I didn't see any signs of anything.
Unusual behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Luke, what's the story?
I do sometimes talk to myself, I guess, like kind of like it's like a self commentary, you know? Like I do it when I'm nervous or in I guess I didn't even realize I did it at all.
That's what I was wondering.
Really?
Do you even know you're doing it? Because somebody like me who
Yeah.
spends a lot of time alone I talk to myself.
We
And
can
I
vouch
feel
for
pretty-
that.
Yeah.
Because, like, even in the studio, sometimes she'll just start talking to herself, and there's 3 other people in here, and we're like, "Are you talking to us?"
Are
And
you
she's like,
addressing any one of us in
well, she
particular?
doesn't even know that she's talking. To tell you the truth, I think it's just like a habit, like blinking. Sometimes it just comes out.
It just falls out my mouth.
It's just like when you're thinking of something, like I like sometimes it'll happen if I say something that I kind of thought maybe was silly or, weird. I'm on a
Can I ask you a
date.
question? Did you know that you kind of responded in a rude manner? Like every time you did it, I kind of said, excuse me, what did you say? And you would be like really rude and say I wasn't.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize. No, at all.
Yeah, she said you sounded agitated. Were you agitated when
like-
she asked you?
No, I think I was just trying to talk over the din of the restaurant. I was just trying to be loud enough to be heard because you didn't hear me the first time. So I guess I just spoke louder.
You have a tone of
but
voice that I imagine when you talk loud to some people, it sounds like you're yelling at them.
Yeah.
It reminds me of somebody I was married to once.
Well, I mean, how was I supposed to know that you weren't like talking to me though? You kept saying I wasn't talking to you. I was the only one
I don't
there.
know. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I talk to myself, and I really wasn't talking to you. I just wanted you to know I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to me.
That's fine.
I
That's
don't
fine.
really see
I mean,
what the big deal
I
is.
think it's really hard to hang out with someone who says stuff and then says they aren't talking to them. It's just
That's
it's
kind of
not
a weird
cool,
comment to
vibe.
say.
Like,
Yeah.
Instead of being like, "Oh, I was talking to the waiter," or "I was thinking out loud."
I'm just talking to myself, thinking
Yeah,
out loud.
talking about- something
Or,
like that.
Sorry, I didn't even realize I
I
did
did.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not talking to
I
you.
wish I had said something different, but that's what I guess I said.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
right. It's confusing. It's
yeah.
a communication issue. Big time. I just can't. Guys,
Yeah.
it's just
We
it's
get
too
it.
much.
You're not open to a second date?
No, thank you. I'm sorry.
Communication has to be easy. If it's a chore and a challenge, that just is not a good start to a relationship.
Wow, you and I have made it for 20-something years.
And it's
so-
been rough. It's been so rough.
I mean, if we can do it, anybody can, I feel like.
Well, we're getting paid to do it.
Oh, that's right.
And we don't live together.
That's all
true,
the
too.
talking
Yeah.
under her breath she does.
Yeah, it's just fault.
It's Jeff. It's Jeff.
All right. Well, I appreciate you both at least having the conversation on our show. Coming on Second Date Update. You both sound like very nice people. Maybe not a match, but we appreciate you and wish you both the best of luck.
Hey, it was really
you
great to
guys.
talk to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so great to talk to you.
All right. If you need a little help with the Second Date Update, just send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.